Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. I just saw an interesting headline and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to talk about the false boogeymen of the world. And when I say false boogeymen, I'm mostly talking about Iran and North Korea. In the entire post 9/11 era, and even before that, Iran and North Korea are constantly propped up by the mainstream media as being some sort of threat to the United States and other countries of the world. There's a documentary called 33 Minutes. And if you watch that film in the beginning, they have some experts. And they both say that the reason the film is named 33 Minutes is because that's the same amount of time it would take from a missile to reach either, or excuse me, that's the amount of time, 33 minutes, it would take for a missile to reach the United States from Iran or North Korea. And when you watch the documentary, it just makes you laugh. It's put out by the Heritage Foundation, which is a right wing think tank. Anyway, in that film, Iran and North Korea are the big boogeymen, just as they often are in the media. So let's check this out. We're given this headline, just came up on CNN. Iran blows up fake USS Nimitz, which is a U.S. aircraft carrier. So this happened yesterday. It said that they did this yesterday. Iran built a USS Nimitz aircraft carrier replica, supposedly, and blew it up. And we'll watch the news coverage on this. But before we watch the news coverage, I just want to show you everything that's funny about it. I caught it right away because I know that Iran has the gematria of 42. Yesterday, the date of the drill had the 42 numerology. And then when I summed USS Nimitz with Pythagorean gematria, yes, it too had the 42 gematria. So they did this drill on a date with 42 numerology, a ship with 42 numerology, and of course, they are a country with 42 numerology. True Seeker, if you're not aware, the entire Middle East was carved up after the World Wars, and essentially European governments, American government, divided it up the way they wanted it. If you're new to my blog posts, I am showing conspiracy fact. We're not talking conspiracy theory here. We're talking conspiracy fact. I am showing that the New World Order is a real thing. It's a very old thing. It's an ongoing thing. It's a continually expanding thing. Most shills out there, such as Alex Jones, make it seem like the New World Order agenda is this thing that's coming. They do that by saying to look for signs that are just straw men. All the stuff they're telling you to look for is already here. When Alex Jones tells you there's going to be a new currency and then that's going to be the sign of the New World Order, bzzz, that's all just a distraction. They don't need to mess with your currency. They already got you. All the currencies of the world are controlled by the same people for the same purpose. Dividing and conquering, manipulating labor and wealth. Anyhow, let's watch this news coverage of the false boogeyman attack Iran that's supposedly building massive warships and bombing them. You know, this stuff's just a joke. Just a joke. Let's watch it.
Iran is staging some elaborate and quite bizarre war games. State TV broadcast these images on Wednesday. Gunboats speeding towards a U.S. aircraft carrier in the Persian Gulf, only it's a mock-up, it's a fake, and then, kaboom, they blow it up. This is the first time Iran has used a replica of such a prominent target during a naval exercise. Iran's semi-official Fars news agency says the vessel was built to scale and equipped with missiles. A U.S. Navy spokesman called it the equivalent.
True Seeker, notice how they're telling us it's fake, it's just a fake attack. Well, think about this deeper. These are the same type of images they show us when they tell us they're legitimate. You know what I mean? What we're witnessing right here is pretty much probably how all the major events of wars have been told over the years. I think we've been living in a big hoax for a long time where all the wars are overstated, all the deaths are overstated, all the events are overstated. And we're just given hoax after hoax after hoax. Remember, Osama bin Laden was wanted for the bombing of the USS Cole outside of Yemen prior to the September 11th attacks. You know, this blowing up of ships, this is an ongoing narrative. Supposedly, Vietnam started with the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which the defense Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara later came out and said it was an entire hoax. It was all misinformation. It was a big lie. You know, it's stuff just like this. The world governments are doing this kind of stuff, filming this, using it as propaganda. Perhaps they even had plans to use this as propaganda, but for whatever reason they decided to go a different way with it. So now they just throw it out as this loose media story that'll be around for a day, laughing at us, going, haha, those stupid people, they don't get it. They don't get what we're doing. This drill, it might have had bigger plans. Maybe they decided to scrap it the way they scrap movies, the way they scrap scenes from movies. You know what I mean? This news commentator, he's going to say how this is just like something out of Hollywood. And so is all of our news. That recent Taipei plane crash, that was a scene out of a movie. So was September 11th. Did you know it? That's why the planes look so fake, because they were. You can figure that out all these years later. The blinders are coming off.
Of a Hollywood movie set.
I want to hear it one more time. You just said Hollywood movie set. Oh, I got to go back further. Let's hear it.
Vessel was built to scale and equipped with missiles. A U.S. Navy spokesman called it the equivalent of a Hollywood movie set.
They're taunting us, Truth Seeker. That's why I say people like Spielberg and Kubrick, they might have been running things longer than we know. We live in the world of fake. These are the best guys at faking. You need people with the special effects skills. The people who write the movies likely write our news. Why? They're all Zionist Jews, Freemasons. They're all the same people. We live in a big sandbox created by these people. They tell us when we play in their sandbox, that's freedom. Yeah, go watch our movies, drink our alcohol, freedom. On a related note, let's watch another fake news broadcast. For those of you who haven't seen this, this is really eye-opening. This is the kind of stuff they put in our mainstream media and tell us that it's a real protest. Just watch this. This is from Egypt. Cameraman coming through, taking pictures of all the actors. Gonna put this in papers and magazines, say it was real protesters. This is what's wrong with money, Truth Seeker. Money will make people do stupid stuff. I guarantee you all these people standing here would not do this if it wasn't for money. Money, money, money. That's all it takes. Man, these guys are good. So we know Morsi's not legitimate, right? If the media has to do this to legitimize Morsi, then we know he's not legitimate. It's the media's candidate. It's the Zionist candidate. Look at this, Truth Seeker. The headline would be, "Nuns Injured." So there's how your media works, Truth Seeker. One staged event after another. And since the other major headline from today is that Jihadi John has been identified, I just want to point out that Jihadi John has the gematria of 88, simple English, often coded number like the word poison and program. Pythagorean gematria, it sums to 52, number of much importance in the Super Bowl. His real name breaks down to 68 and 149. So, that's also out today, Truth Seeker. Jihadi John. Talk about Hollywood, right? All these fake beheadings. Stuff out of movies. So that's pretty much the extent of the message. Just wanted to show you how they synced up this news story with numerology yet again. 42 ship, 42 country, 42 date. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.